Yesterday I went to Five Below to find a trash can. I did not find the one I wanted, but I did find these really cute block tech flowers that are similar to the Lego flowers. These were only $3.25 each at Five Below. And I thought that was a really good deal because the other flowers from Lego, those range from about $12.99, $14.99, and then even their higher end flowers that are a little more fancy, those were like $40 what I saw online. So I thought it was a good deal and I picked them up. And I am going to do this peony one with you because we've already done the orchid and the blue rose and my daughter's working on the lilac. But I am going to show you what the directions kind of look like and how easy or tricky it is to put them together. Here are two of the flowers we've already completed. I did this one on the right, the orchid, and my daughter did this one on the left, the blue rose. And we got them together, but they both kind of had some parts that were a little tricky and hard to do. Like on this rose, it wanted this part to be in the corners, but when you try to put these pieces on, it wouldn't work. So, like here, you can see how they're kind of angled, but it wouldn't pop on. These petals wouldn't pop on if these petals were in the corner. So, just kind of made that small change and it ended up working out. And this one, there are pieces that just, every time I kept trying to put the last pieces together, they just kind of kept popping off. So, they're a little tricky, but I think they're cute. And now my daughter is working on this lilac, and I am going to do this peony with you guys. So let's get started. So let's go ahead and open it up. When you open it, you get 2 bags of pieces, and then you get the directions. And it will tell you how many pieces of each you should have. I will say, just from completing the orchid and the blue rose, that it comes with the exact amount of pieces you need. And that may or may not be something you like. I like it because I just, whenever we do Lego kits and we have the extra pieces, it just feels kind of like a waste to me. But yeah, so it has just the right amount of pieces. Also, the only 2 we don't have are the hibiscus and the bird of praise, which they did have at our location. So I might go back and get those so we have the full bouquet, but we'll see. Also, I'm struggling to find a good vase to put them in. I wish they kind of sold this one at the store. That would be nice, but I didn't see it anywhere, but that's beside the point. So I started off by emptying out the bags, and then I went to throw my plastic away and remembered I still don't have a trash can because I didn't buy one when I was there. So guess I'll have to get one of those later. So we started off with emptying the bag, and then we will follow the directions. So there are no words, just pictures, but they are pretty simple to follow, although sometimes the pictures are a little confusing. So we'll go ahead and let's do step 1, which looks like the shorter stick. So I have 2 green sticks, and you see how it says 8 here? That will tell me this one versus this one. So I know that the longer one is 16, the shorter one is 8. So I'm gonna grab this one, and it looks like I need this piece. And I'm just gonna slide it on. Boop. Okay, it stops right there. Then I'm gonna take the P16 and this piece and slip it on. And then it looks like I slipped this one onto the other end. So it looks like that. And then step 3, I got this guy, and I should have 2 of these, and 1 of these. There are two that look kind of similar, so I gotta make sure I got the right one. But it looks like it's talking about the smaller one. So I'm gonna use this one. And then I look at the picture and it's showing that the greens connect like that. And then I'm gonna slide this. Hold on. Can I turn it? Okay, there we go, gotta turn it. And then slide this here. And then I take this green thing and it, oop, see I had it the wrong way. It still looks wrong. Okay. There are two green things and I gotta make sure I grab the right one because one makes an L and one makes a backwards L. And I want the backwards L. And I'm going to slide this black piece into the bottom right one. Like that. Then it looks like we're gonna set those two aside. And for step 4, I need the yellow rod and a pink circle dobby. And looks like you slide it on a little bit, like that. Leaving a little at the bottom. And then take this weird looking boomerang thing and slide it on top of that. It's not sliding very well. It's a little sticky. There we go. Like that. And then step 6, I take this and 6 of these circle things. Wait a minute. Oh, I gotta put, see? Messed up. I gotta put 2 of those disc things, but it's going to, see, I put that on wrong. You gotta make sure you put it on so that it's kind of like that once it's on. This is tricky. There we go, that looks like it's right. No? How on earth? Well, yeah, okay. If I look at the picture, they are kind of close together, so. So this is an example when the pictures kind of are a little tricky for us. I believe I have this on right, but I just don't know. So I guess we'll just find out as we go. Oh, and I also want to mention, so there's this Lego tool that can pop pieces off if you put it in the wrong spot, and I actually needed to use it for my other piece. I borrowed it from my daughter's collection, so if you happen to have one of these, it's very helpful to have for working on these kits. Okay, so next, step 6 is to put these in. They're the circle pieces. Put them on the ends of it. And there's 6 of them, it says, so there's 1. All right, now we're ready for step 7. So I'm gonna take this guy and I need 2 of the pink dobbies. So I'm gonna start by putting a pink one down over what I just did. And then this kind of movie reel looking piece. Slip that one on, followed by another one of the pink dobbies. Okay, step 8, I'm gonna take these 6 shells and I'm going to take 6 of these looking pieces. And I need 6 of these. Okay, now for step 9, I'm gonna put the pieces together like it shows. So I will have my shell, and then it looks like these on the end, like that. So it's got the connector piece. And then I'm going to put this piece on so that it pops on like that. So I'll do that for these 6. Then once I have them together, they pop onto those balls that we put on in step 6. So I just snap them into place. Ah, it's a little tricky. Man. This is where I get annoyed with it. Once you have them in place, you can kind of move them around and position them. So those look like that. I'm gonna set that aside. And then for step 9, I'm going to take, it looks like 3 of them. 3 of the shells and 3 of these pieces that have the sections that can be popped onto, and then 3 of these angled pieces. And then it looks like I'm going to, trying to figure out where this angled piece is going, but it looks like this is going on the front, and then the angle piece is going in the back right here. That's what it looks like to me. Not quite sure why, but I guess we'll figure out. Okay, now I'm ready to turn it over. And we are ready for step 9. So I need 3 of these. And 3 of these. They look like little wrenches. 1, 2, 3. 3 flat pieces. And 3 of the circle pieces. All right. Then if I'm looking at the directions, it says, it looks like we're working with these guys, that this pops on this piece on the right side, and then this flat piece goes over this one right here. And then I'm going to slide the wrench into the circle piece. It looks like I push it all the way up so that there's an end hanging out. And then in the middle ring is where I pop on the wrench, like that. Sometimes that hurts my fingers. Does that hurt your fingers?
Yeah.
Then when I'm finished with that, it looks like we are going to take them and pop them into the circles that are there. And it looks like I want this piece to be facing up. So I'm going to pop that ring piece down in there, except for it's not popping in at all. That's annoying. How do you make it pop? It's not popping in. So I got the piece in, but then it fell off, so I'm just gonna pop that on. And that happens a lot. Like you get one piece in and then another piece just pops off. So this thicker piece that we put on, that's what's gonna slip into the hole. It's a little tricky. And so if I'm looking at the picture, I have this one here. I'm going to skip a hole, and then the next hole to the left of the last one is where I'm putting this guy. There we go. See, it poked all the way through again. That's what happened last time. And it's like hard to get that guy in there because you got these other pieces already in. There we go. Got it. Turn it a little bit, pop it back on. Okay, there we go. So that's the flowers so far. Step 14. Now we're ready for 15. All right, step 15, we need this centerpiece and this yellow piece. And it says we'll put the yellow first and then that centerpiece onto this yellow right here. Need to push this yellow up a little bit. It's always hard. Okay, well, I think that's good enough. All right, step 16, we're gonna take our other green piece, the longer black piece, and the rest of the other green pieces. And it says first start by taking the black piece, and the longer end is going to go with this green piece, and I push it up to that stop point, and then this green piece pops onto the end of the shorter end of the black piece. And then I am so I'm holding the piece like this, like the picture, and it says to slide the black piece in there like that. And then I'm taking my flower upside down, and I am popping this on where? It looks like just into a circle that's open. Well, isn't this tricky? Okay, we'll do it like that. All right, so that's on there. Okay, I tend to do this. I make silly mistakes. So I'm coming back up to step 10 because I was supposed to have 3 of those. I think I just jumped ahead after I did that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this together like it was. And it's supposed to go in the 3, so but there's like one you skip in between. So I will go ahead and pop this on here. Go ahead and take these yellow pieces off. I don't know how I'm gonna get this on if I can't push. Alright, let's try. So when you're slipping them in, you gotta be careful not to push too hard because they will just slide right on through. So, okay, so now I have step 11 completed. So let's come to step 12 with these 2 that we still have and piece them together the way they say to. Okay, and now is when I need to pop it in to 2 of these openings. So wish me luck on that, because that's going to be tricky. Okay, I'm gonna do this in a completely different order because these things are such a pain to snap into place. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get these hooks in here first because they are a pain. I think all but one will have one. Okay, there we go. So now I have those pieces in, and now I'm going to take the petals from step 8 and pop those onto the balls. And I'm going to take these from step 11 and pop them on. Don't do that. There's one. And I'm going to go every third one. I'm telling you guys, this is really bothering me that they keep popping through like that. How am I supposed to get it on if you're not staying where you're supposed to stay? And I can't quite reach my finger in there because these guys are in the way. I think I'll put step 8's flowers on last, just because they keep getting in the way while I'm trying to work with these weird wrench pieces. I'm gonna lose my mind. All right, there we go. That one's in. Alright, I got it in. Some of them are a little loose because they refuse to stay in their spot, but they're still connected, so I'm just going to ignore it. And pop these guys on. Like that. Hopefully nothing pops off while I'm putting them on. Please don't. There we go. And one more. Come on. All right. So there are all the pieces. It's just looking a little funky, but okay. Now I'm going to slip this yellow piece back on in the center. And then we have our leaf that we need to pop on to the back. This is where it gets nerve-wracking because you've spent so much time putting pieces on that you're like, please don't pop off. If I could get these to stay connected a little better, and they could pop up and down like these are for positioning, but they're just like loosey-goosey. But they won't stay in, so come in. All right. It's interesting because it had me put this leaf together. Okay, and I'm gonna pop it in up here at the top. I'm like, but I didn't remember seeing where to put it into this piece at the top. That makes sense. And my last step is to slide my flower on. And there it is. There's the peony. Here are 3 of our completed flowers. We have the peony, we have the orchid, and we have the blue rose. And now I'm going to show you a time lapse of my daughter putting together the purple lilac. Hi, this is future me. As you saw, my daughter and I tried to put together this lilac one, and then I just tried doing it on my own. I do not recommend this kit. The pieces are tiny and very painful to try to push together. And the amount of pressure you have to apply, it's nearly impossible. I ended up using these tools to try to shove it down really hard. And then the stick, like, that you have to put the pieces on, it's impossible to put them on, and then it's impossible to take them off when you make changes. So anyway, I do not recommend the lilac one. So this experience is kind of similar to our other 2 experiences, where it's a little confusing at some point, which may just have to do with us reading the directions, but also occasionally pieces just being difficult and having to do our own thing with it. Like with the blue rose, how these pieces were supposed to be angled in the corners, but whenever we had it that way, these petals would not pop on, so just having to change it up a little. So these guys are loose as a goose, but I couldn't get it to work with them popped in. But anyway, for $3.25, I think it's a good deal. I like that it doesn't have any extra pieces, and yeah, it's just, you could tell I was getting frustrated, but it's cool when it's done, and it's kind of fun to know that you put it together. But I do wish some of those things were a little easier. But for $3.25, I recommend buying them. If you want something that's probably a little easier to pop in and out, and that's gonna be just, I don't know, I guess easier to assemble, then you might try the Lego kits. I've not tried those, so I can't speak on if this is similar to that as far as ease of putting it together. But I hope you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments below which one of these Blocktech flowers you guys like best, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
If you would like to see more, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss a video.